You probably assume that anything this critical to medicine is stockpiled somewhere. A warehouse, a reserve, a buffer for a bad month. For the single most used substance in diagnostic nuclear medicine, that reserve does not exist and cannot exist. Technetium-99m has a half-life of about 6 hours, so a shipment loses half its usefulness twice in a working day and essentially all of it over a weekend. And this is not a niche material. Technetium-99m drives tens of millions of scans a year worldwide. Bone scans, cardiac perfusion studies, sentinel lymph node mapping before cancer surgery. For a lot of those jobs, there is no substitute that works as well. So if it evaporates in hours, how does it ever reach a patient? It arrives as its parent. Molybdenum-99 has a half-life of around 66 hours, which is better, but it is still a decaying asset from the moment it is made. Hospitals receive generators and milk technetium out of them as it forms, and the generators get swapped out on a rolling schedule. The whole system is a relay race against physics, and there is no spare baton. Here is the second thing people get wrong. Something this important must be made in dozens of places, right? It is not. Historically, the great majority of the world's molybdenum-99 has come from a very small number of aging research reactors in places like the Netherlands, Belgium, South Africa, Australia, and the Czech Republic. Several of them were built in the middle of the last century. Canada used to be one of those pillars. The NRU reactor at Chalk River was for decades one of the largest single sources on Earth, and it stopped isotope production in the 2010s. One facility going quiet took a meaningful slice of global supply with it. Old machines need attention. These reactors go down for refueling, for repairs, for regulatory work, and that downtime is planned as well as unplanned. In any normal supply chain, you cover an outage from inventory. Here there is no inventory to cover it with because the product is busy disappearing. We have already seen what that looks like. Around 2009 and 2010, two major producers were offline at the same time, and the result was a genuine global shortage. Procedures were postponed, rationed, or pushed onto inferior alternatives. Prices moved sharply, not because anyone lost the recipe, but because the calendar refused to cooperate. So why not just build more reactors and be done with it? Two reasons, and the first one is uranium. For many years, molybdenum-99 was produced by irradiating targets made of highly enriched uranium, the same material category as weapons feedstock. A long international effort has been converting that production over to low-enriched uranium instead. The second fragility is not nuclear at all. It is aviation. This supply chain runs on scheduled air freight, and a grounded flight or closed airspace can spoil a delivery mid-journey. The Icelandic ash cloud in 2010 disrupted isotope deliveries, and so did pandemic flight reductions for the same brutal reason. You cannot hold the goods until the planes come back. And the money has been backwards for decades. The reactors are largely government-owned research facilities, and isotope production has often been priced below full cost recovery, which means nobody has had a reason to spend a fortune building new capacity purely to serve medicine. The product is essential, and the business case is thin. There are real alternatives coming. Accelerator and cyclotron routes can produce technetium and molybdenum-99 without a reactor and without highly enriched uranium at all, and several have been licensed or demonstrated. But demonstrated is not the same as global. Scaling those routes to cover world demand is a slow build. Here is my take. Almost everything we call a strategic reserve is really a bet that time is on our side, that you can buy the stuff now and use it later. Nuclear medicine is the exception that shows what infrastructure looks like when that bet is off the table. This supply chain has to be perfect every single week, forever, and it rests on a handful of reactors that were already old when most of their patients were born. That is worth knowing the next time someone tells you a shortage came out of nowhere.